Hey, everybody. Can you hear it? Experts are talking. Oh, yeah. Welcome to the 9 at 9 with me, Tigo. And it's that time. Our good buddy Jamie Wolf is here today. And you know what she's going to talk about? How you can be an author, have books, and it can drive your business to the next level and beyond and beyond. And today we're going to talk about maybe you can use a book as a virtual stage. That's one for Tigo. Sit right there. We'll be right back.
Expert Talk is sponsored by Pod Nation TV, the podcast to broadcast network.
Hey, welcome back. You heard me right. We're going to talk with Jamie Wolf. She's going to share with us how we can use our books. Now, if you're like me, you got your book, maybe a couple more. We're going to do some more stuff with Jamie down the road. And it's like, how do I use this book as a virtual stage to connect with my right fit audience, with my right fit offer? I want to know, don't you? Jamie, can you answer that question?
You bet I can answer that question, but I got a question for you. How do you respond when someone says, Tigo, you can't do that?
Oh, no. See, that's a challenge. You know how I get.
Exactly.
You know how I get. Everything stops and I go, wait a minute. Let's figure out how we can do this.
Exactly.
And then usually I call Alan and he goes, we doing what?
Well, thank you for Alan being there. But when I just have this, like I am out of rhythm or something. But the second someone tells me you can't, my response is, really? Why don't you just watch me? Exactly. Watch me. You know it. You know it. So I talk to obviously tons of people about books. And the thing I hear all the time is, I can't get any ROI from a book. Really? You think you're not going to get ROI from a book? Well, you're not approaching it correctly. I don't like to be all negative or anything. So let's just think through a solution. Entrepreneurs are solution oriented. How can we use a book as a virtual stage, sell from the back of the room on the page, and make sure that your ROI is where it needs to be? Because we're not running a hobby. We're not putting money out the door and having it just run away. We're putting money out the door so it comes back in spades, so that our business stays thriving and consistent, which allows us to serve ourselves, our family, our community, the planet, and of course, the audience that we've created something for. So there's a couple of things about being very intentional with how you craft a book. When you agree to participate in a book with other co-authors, we'll do simple math because I'm a writer and math maybe eludes me. If you have an audience of 1,000 and I have an audience of 1,000 and we partner together and we craft a book, suddenly that book is distributed to 2,000 people. Did I do any extra work to double my audience? No. Did you? No. Did you spend any extra money? No. Now, that 1,000 people that's your audience is cold to me until you go, hey, have you met my friend Jamie Wolf? She's a good guy. Trust her. I trust her. I'm putting my name next to hers. You should see what she's got going. So suddenly that audience, not only did your audience double, it warmed up. Maybe only a little bit, but it warmed up. Maybe not everybody in your audience is my audience, somebody good for me, and vice versa. But there will be some overlap. So now if you put 8, 10, 12 people in a co-authored book, what if one of them's got 1 million followers on Instagram? What if one of them's got, 30,000 people on TikTok, or an actual email list of raving active people of 40,000? Now that belongs to you too. You have access to it. I'm not saying we're buying anybody's list or taking anybody's, followers, but the point is that you have validated me. I have validated you. It would be like saying, oh, I got to be on stage with Tony Robbins. Okay, do you think people are going to look at you differently if you're
Yeah.
on stage with Tony Robbins? If you're in a book with Dr. Myron Golden, do you think people who follow and love Dr. Golden are going to think, wow, you must be a little more special than I thought you were? Nah, I'm just me. But the point is that people are going to view you differently. They're going to
Yeah.
give more of a chance. The door opens a little bit. So one way to have ROI right off the bat is to be in a book with other colleagues, because you instantly expand your audience and you instantly warm that traffic from cold to warm, which I've kind of already said. And then as far as being on the stage, we give ourselves permission in certain conditions to sell. Entrepreneurs must get to the point where they understand business is transactional. If you don't have a transaction, you don't have a business. But to be honest, you and I both know that everything in life is transactional.
Mm-hmm.
So when we start adding zeros to that transaction, some of us who haven't done the work yet around money and our mindset and relationship to it may go, I don't want to charge them $50,000. Am I worth $50,000? Is my work good enough? It's not about us. It's about what it is that you're doing for them. And if you believe that you can do it for them, go ahead and charge them $50,000, because they're going to grow into the capacity to invest that kind of money in themselves to do the work. So when you were telling a story in your book and you've got leads that are running back to your world and the beginning of your value ladder, and you're teaching and you're going, oh my God, one of our authors in our last book, she started her first business in Haiti at the age of 8 because that was how she and her mom were going to eat.
Wow.
And she is a multi-millionaire now, and she wrote a chapter in English, and it's her 4th language. So no excuses. One of our other authors came from, I don't remember which part of the world, but it was a refugee situation where they were out in an open boat and all sorts of real trauma happened. And they are a multi-million-dollar business owner and earner now. So no excuses whatsoever. You can do this. If it takes you a little longer, that's okay. This whole comparison thing of she did it first, like, I'm an old person. I always say I'm an old person. I could compare myself to all these young, amazing people on TikTok who are cute. And I'm shy. It doesn't matter. Tony Robbins.
You were shy.
You're
not shy anymore. You're not shy
okay.
anymore. Hold on. So I got to ask you before Alan cuts us off here. I know somebody's out there going, well, I got a computer. I know 6 real estate agents that are my buddies. I'll just create one and put it out there. Why do I need Jamie? I know why you need Jamie, but Jamie, tell them why they need you.
There are, all sorts of ways to waste time, to try to do it yourself, to learn how to do a process. Someone the other day said, hey, can you just show me how to load the book? And I was like, load the book? What is it that you want this book to do for your business? Because sure, you can stick money in a slot machine, but is that really the way that you want to earn your money? No, you don't want to leave it to chance. You want someone to make sure that they're going to take that, whatever that creative part of you is, and grow it and use it and make sure that it serves folks well. So we can help with all of that, or go try it yourself first. Fall down on your face, learn some lessons, because entrepreneurs do that, and then come to me.
And the other thing is that I got to say it, if you're in the public eye or you're going in the public eye, one false move can really mess up your brand. And if you put out a book that looks like your kids did it, or it's got a bunch of typos, or, you sent it to a virtual assistant who claimed they could write and make that happen, and you put your brand on it, none of the reasons why it's not great doesn't matter, because it's your name, your face, your brand that's out there. And then they're going to look at other things you're doing. So, You know, it's like getting an oil change. You can go get one by a professional, or you can have a really greasy stain in your driveway and end up at a professional fixing a lot more than your oil later on. That's my opinion. Jamie, I want to thank you so much for being on. You were fantastic. I know this is our third month, and you know, I got to get you to come back because we got like a mountain of information we can share later. You are the best.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Okay, you guys, if you want to know more about, you know, turning your book that you do with Jamie into a virtual stage, or if you want to understand what this means to be a part of a system like this and how it can truly help you, contact her. And how do you do that? Go to Tigo Direct, type in Jamie, type in author, type in book. She's coming up, reach out to her. You know how we do this. We want to keep our digital community a community and talk to each other and help each other. I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you're not an author, you're an entrepreneur, take it from me. It's kind of fun. You need to do this. I hope you'll come back next time, which you know is probably tomorrow. And as always, I'm Tigo. I'll talk to you next time. Thanks for not cutting me off, Alan.